FNAF World has 6 endings, and each of those endings have very well-refined speedrun records that have taken runners many hours of skill and luck. I've never held one of these speedrun records despite everything I've done with FNAF World, and recently I woke up wanting to change that. So I dug into the leaderboards looking for a record with a clear opening, and I found my perfect category, the Universe End category, which you get by having to adventure Fredbear's meat so they explode the universe, was up for grabs. Explaining time. The kicker for this run is getting Adventure Fredbear, because you're only able to unlock him via character encounters, in the final area of the game. Even once you're there, he's the second rarest character role, so runners need the run chip to cycle encounters quickly, find characters chip to find characters, and they need to beat him when they eventually do roll him. All that, and the record time with this strategy was just over 8 minutes by the lone banana. If that sounds fast, that's because it is insanely fast. He started the run by going straight to the Halloween update zone to get the quickest OP bottom row character you can get, which is Chipper, because the fastest minigame is actually the rainbow, if you're the lone banana and consistently beat it within a second of the fastest it can possibly be beaten. From there, he skipped over the first Fredbear chat by opening and closing the character select and plowed through the game as quickly as possible, stopping specifically to get run luck and find characters. He gets to Brow Boy at 6.5 minutes, and this is where 99% of runs will die, because it's time to roll for Adventure Fredbear. Peep the 139 attempts on the live split without a single finished run. Those resets are not because he's bad at the rainbow. Into the green tent he goes, the only place Fredbear can be rolled, and it's time to Prage. One fail that he menus out of, then boom. 7.5 minutes in, he rolls Fredbear, gets the kill, teleports to zone 1 where he left the first Fredbear, and ends the game at 8:07. I wouldn't even bother trying to compete with this record using this route. Literally everything is perfect, except the RNG. He could have gotten Fredbear first try. All that would take is another couple hundred attempts. No. The reason I chose this category is because the run I just explained isn't the current record. Someone found a better route. But to understand how it works, you first need to understand how finding characters work. FNAF World has 32 unlockable characters through encounters. The first 8 you start with, and the last 8 are only unlockable through minigames. Each area in the game has an ID number with a chunk of new characters it unlocks in the order they appear on the select screen. You start in Fazbear Hills, which has an ID of 0, and it can unlock the first 6 characters, with the last of that list, Phantom Foxy, being the rarest, at about 1 in 27. This continues as you play. Lily Gear Lake has an ID of 8 and unlocks up to 14 of those characters. Obviously, the odds start to spread across so many, but the last, Watermelon Puppet, maintains that rarest 1 in 100 chance. The last zone of the game, the Pinwheel Funhouse, unlocks the final 3 characters with its ID of 26. The odds of these last 3 are pretty abysmal, with specifically Adventure Fredbear and Spring Bonnie falling under 1%. So yeah, second roll Fredbear is about the best you could ask for. But now, there is one more zone of the game with combats, isn't there? A little bit off screen sits the Geist Lair, with an ID of 50. 26 to 50. What this would do to character rolls, though, is pointless to think about because you can't get them in there. Obviously, that would be an insane exploit. Oh. Interesting. So it turns out on earlier versions of FNAF World, you could teleport zones out of the Geist Lair. And if you did that after combat with the Find Characters chip equipped, you can encounter, well, anyone. The place has an ID of 50. Anyone from the main list, Halloween characters, and a whole bunch of broken backwards encounters with strange enemy names. Geist Lair having encounters meant that as soon as you could get there, you could roll for anyone, which of course opened the door for huge time save, not having to navigate the entire game. You still absolutely needed the run luck chip so you wouldn't just die in combat, find characters so you could, and a strong team so that if you were unbelievably lucky enough to get who you wanted on the one roll you had, you could actually win the fight. Consumels used this exploit to cut 20 seconds off the lone banana's time, but his run left a ton of room for time save. He chose to not put in the ridiculous amount of time it would take to get good at the rainbow, and instead did Foxy.exe, which is over a minute slower. He did, however, get Nightmarion then, instead of Chipper. It was dramatically more reliable, and had an overall great run, taking the record over a year ago. Despite this run having that clear rainbow time save, no one wants to commit to this thing. Grind the rainbow, go through a gauntlet of encounter RNG and Chipper Buzzsaw RNG, then have an astronomically low chance of rolling Fredbear after 6 minutes, and reset. You're looking at hours of never finishing runs, and maybe getting that perfect roll on a run that got unlucky earlier in the run and doesn't even get you the record. I won't yet tell you what the exact odds of rolling Adventure Fredbear in the Geistlair are, because I didn't know going into this either. All I knew is that I wanted to be the guy to break this year-long record, and so I settled in for long days of dying to the rainbow. Now, you'll never guess which minigame we're gonna have to do every single 8-minute run. The minigame that I've spent the last couple days practicing. No, I'm never playing Freddy in Space again. I shit you not. Well, if I die, it's gonna be because of you. So this is an intentional death because I haven't learned the butterfly route very well yet. So this is gonna be a pretty slow. Oh well.
Don't blame it on low.
Oh my god. I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted by that comment. Title says universe end speedrun. Does that mean you'll be playing for 7 trillion years? I hope not. But you know. Oh, okay. No, actually, that's a loss. That's a reset. I actually couldn't have finished the rainbow minigame from there because I didn't hit the last checkpoint. And there's a couple small things that I'll explain as we go. I save here so that it places me back here after the Dark World. But I've probably played 4 hours of this rainbow game in the past day and a half. And I still can't get the quick enough butterfly cycle to do the fastest strats. So that's why we're doing this intentional death here, just to line the rainbow up better. So like, that's our ideal. It's all right. It loses like 12 seconds. Stopping there is unavoidable, and the rest is relatively straightforward. Except, unless you get RNG eyeballed here, which,
I have faith in you.
Okay, cool.
You
It's over.
can do it.
Getting good at the rainbow has actually been something I've genuinely wanted to do. Getting good at Freddy in Space has never been a priority for me. But the rainbow is just one of those, like, FNAF things that I never really took time to get good at. My reward for beating the rainbow quickly is gonna be rolling a 1 in 50, plus the other factors that we'll talk about once we actually get a run going. But yeah, skip this checkpoint because it's faster. If I die, I die.
You can do it.
And then we reset. So I think what we should do, yeah, exactly. Yeah, for predictions, is just make it for the next time we roll a character, as in the first time we roll a character. The worst thing that could happen, I think, is for me to like get a run that rolls Freddy Lad
Come on.
and not get record. That would just suck. So I am gonna reset a lot. But yeah, I'm excited to show what error characters look like.
Allegations.
This is less like Sisyphus, more like gambling, which I don't do, and I don't recommend, unless it's in FNAF World, then it's funny. How does it feel that 30% of my chat doesn't believe in math? You think I believe in math? The odds of getting the character we want is 50-50. Either it happens or it doesn't happen. All right, we're in. We have a run. So now I'm gonna use an exploit to pass this guy without, oh shit, I forgot to change characters, whatever. Without interacting with him, because that's the one that we're gonna use for universe end. So we just phase through him and we'll leave him for when we have Adventure Fredbear. We have to change party members because I didn't change one to the... Just press done! Good RNG though on not getting encounters. Because until we get run luck, encounters can really slow us down. So that's another part of the RNG, is not getting encounters. But also, that's why we get the beaver for this run, because he one-shots things. So I open the chips menu as soon as I get the chip in order to stop the animation of getting the chip. Put on run luck, so now we don't have to worry about RNG for running nearly as much. That's a problem. We don't want to do an encounter, so I'm just gonna cancel it by going into party. It is not food time. I'm also focusing. You can come hang out, but I'm not gonna give you food. There you go. She's falling apart as we speak. No, the end is near. So now we have to get find characters, which is here. So again, we're hoping for no encounters. And if we get encounters, we're hoping that run luck works quickly. We actually have to kill this one.
Spiff, I just got a job at a small minigame.
So again, doing that to cancel the get chip animation. But I haven't actually put on the find characters chip because I don't want to find a character until right now. Now I want to find a character. We're setting up the roll. Actually, that's a split on setup. Now we prage. I think I just did it right. You need to get a character in this little area. We go into here. Hopefully I did it right. Now we go into the Geist layer. And then we wait till we get in a fight and we leave and we roll our character. So this allows us to roll up to area 50. Give me a fight.
I need to know recording bitrate is not streamed.
Wait. Oh my gosh. We got an error character, P-Goon, the backwards Adventure Fredbear. Oh no, backwards Freddy, not Adventure Fredbear. So this is an error character. This is your 20%. But for the sake of finishing the run, I'll show you what it looks like. So we'll go this way. I need to equip the new character, so I'd open the menu, beep boop, equip him, try to press done. And the run ends right there. That's time. If we had the right character. Now we just do that over and over and over. Now that you've seen a full run, there's two things I want to elaborate on. My rainbow route and my original understanding of the odds. Let's start with the rainbow. Lone Banana beats it in 59 seconds by using a butterfly route that requires a lot of precision up to that point to be far ahead enough of the rainbow. I had pulled it off a few times, but I was not consistent. And I didn't necessarily need a perfect rainbow for record. So I came up with an easier version that lost 12 seconds. I'd die at the butterfly checkpoint to get the rainbow above me, then carefully activate its beam between butterflies and safely proceed. Actually getting runs to the Fredbear roll mattered more to me than absolute perfection, especially considering all the RNG that followed could make or break your run anyway, so the few seconds were a sacrifice I was willing to make. Secondly, I had a hilariously stupid understanding of my Fredbear odds. In my small brain, the Geist layer having an ID of 50 meant that it could roll 50 different characters. So to me, that was all 40 after the starters and another 10 fake ones. And I assumed they all had an equal chance of being rolled, 2%, so Adventure Fredbear was a 1 in 50 chance. This was very wrong. And it also scammed a bunch of chat and predictions because by my logic, error characters only had a 20% chance of being rolled because there were only 10 of them. When in reality, there were a lot more and the odds were about double that. So, sorry. Like I said in the intro, I'll explain the real odds eventually, but only when I actually learn them myself. For now, it's back to rainbow practice and the occasional character roll. Oh my gosh, he's eating the spacebar, but this game doesn't use the spacebar. Clutch. Scott knew. What clutch game design. No! Why didn't that eyeball get hit by the... Was the worst crime Love committed? Probably puking on the rug. That one took a while to get out. It was like right beside the tile floor too, so she could have just puked on the tile floor and it would have taken me 2 minutes. But she explicitly chose the rug that was right beside it. So the butterflies don't start RNG, but then their movements become almost exclusively RNG with some limitations. I've studied these butterflies. They are very annoying. Spiff is a video game biologist. Yes, these butterflies move in quite unpredictable patterns and shoot yellow lasers. Yeah, it's been my life. I've been sitting down here next to my drywall, dying to butterflies that shoot laser beams. I'm a 25-year-old man. Like the electrician was in and I was like, yeah, I'll just be at my computer working. And you know, what does he think I'm doing? Some sort of like businessy business calls or something? No, I'm grinding a children's game. Oh my gosh, a run. It's not good, but it's a run. So speaking of RNG in this RNG run, there's a bit more RNG. I got the beaver because it's just the quickest character to get. It's cool and all, except that the beaver has a chance to not do any damage with its buzzsaw, like 0. So we run a decent chance of hitting things for 0 damage sometimes, which could of course kill a run. So I think I'll split setup time as soon as I beat this boss. I'll do it, yeah, I'll do it here. Split time here. It can be a little... Okay, now let's... Oh, jeez. Wow, that's a character. Yeah, that's a Freddy. Dude, why are the eyeballs like this, dude? This looks like agony. I quite enjoyed it. It's been a long time since I did a heavy reset, just, you know, shit fest. I've been doing too much Let's Playing. I want to just sit down and reset 100 times. You know, part of the reason I've been doing so many Let's Plays is because there's been so many good games that have been coming out. I can't keep up. It's hard. I didn't even play Peak. I haven't played the repo update. And, like, I've been doing too much collabing. Not enough random degen tasks. No. Stay away from me. Oh my god, we finished a run. So, if I'm not wrong, this is good enough for a setup, and I can just go straight in. I don't even know if I need the chip. Sorry, we're using this run to test. I don't know how all this works. Like, I don't know. The way to get the poltergeist roll, shouldn't it? Do I even need find characters? I don't know in Sensel. Let me out! Let me out! Well, we don't get to find out. Cool. That's a crazy way to lose a run. Dude, this would have been like a sub 7 if I didn't die in the poltergeist lair. So we got Jangle, but this one would have been really nice if it could have been the one. Alas, not the one. Maybe test if I even need find characters? I mean, that's a good point. Like, what's stopping me from just getting this character and then just going for it? I almost definitely need run luck so that I can survive in the poltergeist lair. So yeah, we'll do some testing here. This will be test run. Okay, this is the test then. Can we get this just now? So we split setup and we just like do this and hope we get a character. We are about to learn why they get it. Like, if it's not required, we're about to learn why it's done anyway. I'm getting a fight, I'm running from the fight and trying to get a character roll. I mean, you know, in theory this is better. We'll see how long it takes to get a character roll. Oh my god, we got one. So now we're gonna test if we even, like, this is too slow. Oh my gosh, that's fast. Okay, it worked. My gosh, we got P-Goon again. But okay, so this means, like, we don't need... we don't need run luck. We don't actually need find characters either. We could just make it fully 100% RNG. Let me walk you through this. We'd completely eliminate the setup skip, and it would be Rainbow and Prage. Those would be our splits. Something that might not make sense is why I'm trying to roll a character before entering the Geist Lair. This is because I'm still confused at this point on how this all works. In my brain, I need to roll before entering to store a roll, then activate it after a Geist Lair fight, but that's not actually true. The Geist roll actually just rolls the character. Either way though, I did prove how important the 2 chips are. Without them, only a tiny number of runs wouldn't die in the Geist Lair fight, and of those who survived, the vast majority wouldn't even get a character roll. So they're essential to guarantee a chance at finishing a run. I made a short about how 6-7 revived one of my old videos. It's getting a bunch of comments right now because at the start of the video I say, Poppy Chapter 2 is like 6-7 times bigger than Chapter 1?
Damn it.
Oh, thank God. And they go, that's the number. See, there we go, we've had it. A buzzsaw that does 0 damage. Please, please run, thank you. Phantom Freddy. Unfortunate. Yeah, bruh's right. Dude, if we got him right there, this would have been record. This was fast enough that it would have been record. All right, well, we run it. We do it again. Again. We finish the run. That's good.
Damn it.
This is it. Roll the dice. Come on, meatballs, fight me. Neon. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose to Neon. Why does Neon have such cracked stats? No, hold on, water hose? Water hose? Clutch. This would have been record also. I can't believe we didn't roll the 1 in 50. That's just ridiculous, dude. I'm starting to think it's not 80% for a valid character. Yeah, he might be onto something. I don't actually know how the odds work at all. Like maybe our odds for Adventure Fredbear are better then. Maybe they're worse. I really have no idea. Now please, eyeballs, have mercy on my soul.
Faith in you.
Really? Ain't no way.
You can do it. Come on, you can do it.
I am in a hotel recovering from bottom surgery. I'm in pain but could not be happier. Only now I have 2 less balls to gamble with. Sad.
Average Astral Spiff resub message. Well, I'm glad that's the only deficit.
I have faith in you.
Shut up, Rainbow. This is fun. We're having fun. This is a good time. I like the Rainbow minigame. It's good. I got an email. That's exciting. It says, Astral Spiff, I have a lucrative gambling offer for you. I actually got an offer yesterday that said lucrative gambling offer. I should reply with, me too. How would you feel about running Universe End 1 in 50 Fredbear? No, it's been wild to like watch sports in the past year and see how integrated gambling is now into it. Cause like I'm used to seeing gambling everywhere in like Counter-Strike. What? I'm glad they didn't get the beaver. Why did Funtime, why did Toy Chica just get murked frame 1? Interesting. Yeah, stroke. All right, well, speaking of how bad gambling is, time to roll the dice on which character we get here. Please let me roll the dice. Don't just kill me. Oh my God. No. No way. Look at that time. It's a flat 7 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm rolling a character though. I don't care that we're gonna be slow. This is insane. Why does run not working here? Oh my gosh. I knew this category was gonna be bad when, you know, when I decided to do it, but this is worse. There's a couple things that are happening that I did not expect to happen. I didn't expect to get screwed over by the eyeballs as hard, and I didn't expect to get screwed over by the Geist layer as hard. Jangle! Oh, hey, so fun story, fun world development in my little gaming bubble. Sea of Thieves today introduced a $25 DLC that is called Enhanced Immersive Audio. It's like some sort of special sound DLC that lets you hear the game better. Yeah, it's real. I couldn't believe it was real. I thought they were just making shit up. No, it's not an update. It's a $25 optional DLC. Now, to be fair, you know, this is year 8 of this game going.
I have faith in you.
They gotta make money, but $25 is like kind of crazy. $25 Canadian, so my bad, it's like 20 US then. Step into the soundscape of the seas. This bundle includes a single immersive game pack licensed, unlocked continual use of your personalized profile for heightened immersive audio, and a cosmetic. I think it's a really cool thing to have as an option in the game, especially like an immersive game like Sea of Thieves, but $25 is kind of the sticking point. And especially if you can tune your audio a certain way to make something stand out, it could actually be pay to win too, which at this point nobody really cares about winning in Sea of Thieves. I don't think game's been around too long for people to care that much, but still, it's very interesting. Oh my gosh!
I have no idea if these numbers are right, but DJ Sturf's video says there's a 41% chance to get an out-of-range character, and a 1.09% chance to get Fredbear in Geist Lair.
Well, I would believe DJ Sturf, like, on my life, so seems our estimated 2% is actually 1%. Why did the back... We do need to close this game. Oh my gosh, my 16-second rainbow aheadness. Can we leave, please? Gelatin. Oh my gosh, it's over. Run's dead because of gelatin. Yeah, the game is one step off crashing. I hope we can finish the run before it crashes. I've seen this before. Why would it crash? Well, I don't know, it just does after a while. So 2.5 hours. Got it. Noted. Oh yeah, hey, I don't know if you guys have UPS. It's like a delivery company. I got a bill from UPS. This is my first time getting one of these. Apparently it's not so uncommon. But I got billed from UPS for $23. Kind of annoying, not gonna lie. And you know, I don't really know what it was, of course, but you know, if you don't pay it, the debt collectors come for you, so. But anyway, I go to pay this thing, and like they're based in Canada, or wherever I'm supposed to pay is based in Canada. So we have a really nice like money transfer service called e-transfer. I would have loved to just e-transfer them the $23. They don't have anything like that. So I'm like, okay, what are the other options? I was too late. Oh my gosh, I was thinking that I was at a different spot because I was telling a story, and this always happens when I try to tell a story. Well, anyway, the first option was calling in and just paying with credit cards. So I was like, sick. So I call and they're like, we don't accept payments over phone anymore. Damn, that sucks. Another option is paying through you go to your bank, they have them as like a recipient. And so I go to my bank and they're like, we don't have these guys as a recipient. I don't know why they said that we would. So I'm like, okay, nice, awesome, that's sick, thanks guys. And so I look into it, and it's like, yeah, apparently a somewhat common thing, because sometimes fees can be calculated after a package gets delivered. If it was a scam, you'd think they would have charged me more than $23.74, chat. Come on. I was able to transfer them as like a payee in a different bank, not my normal bank, but the bank I do my mortgage through. So I paid off my $23.74. It seems sussy. This new generation, they don't even say scam. They just call something sussy. I know it sounds scammy, but again, I couldn't be bothered for $23. I just wanted it to be off my list of things to do.
Damn it.
Gamer. Does this mean that we can just freely ask you for $20 and you'll pay it? Well, no, because now I'll be suspicious. But if you would have beaten that other company to it, yeah. The only thing that's scammy about them is that they wasted my time. Please, 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 please. Jangle. Multiple of these must be called Jangle. The company, no, does it not even say? Okay, no, yeah, receivable management services. That sounds so fake. Yeah, no, it's a debt collection agency. RMS works with consumers to resolve accounts. It's real. It's stupid. I mean, it's like, because I think it's real, which is insane because that means I got a charge on a package after it was delivered. Yeah, like legal scam is right. That is pretty insane. No. Oh, ain't no way.
You can do it. Damn it.
We're Spectre. Oh, it's so beautiful. Romance is watching a spiff stream with your boyfriend and gambling your balls together. Wow, that is beautiful. Bro, no way, no way. Jangle again? Is this even RNG or are we just playing 6 minutes to see Jangle? Are we sure the pool isn't just Jangle?
I have faith in you.
Wait, didn't I just say I was never gonna fail in... Wait a second, I gotta lock in.
You can do it. Ah, don't give up.
Oh god. Shit.
Damn it.
That's right. Only red by 7 seconds. Fuck. That's okay. We make up for it. We make up for it. Full luck now until we get Jangle. Hello. So slow. Let me use abilities, please. No! Oh my god! Don't kill the bunny. Okay. Chat, things are not looking that fast. Endo 02. Ain't that interesting. So this would not be record, I think. Be darn close though. Oh, it would have been record by a second.
Fun fact, it will be dark outside for Spiff in about 27 minutes.
My natural light setup
You can do it.
will become slightly more visible. Yeah, I forgot I should probably mention why I look like I'm set up in a padded asylum room. Paige and I have moved after 2.5 years at our previous place. The internet was really bad when I first got here, so I set up my computer by the router in the unfinished basement for maximum speed, which was by a large window. If you've noticed me getting darker, that's because I am not in control of my lighting. Enjoy it while you can though, because after this first day I fixed the internet and will be set up in my new office from now on, where I will now be forever. Hopefully. Dude, I don't know why I'm regressing on fucking
Ah, don't give up.
Rainbow game. This or the Roaring Night? Well, I mean, what is this? Because the Roaring Night took me like, I don't know, half an hour maybe? So, oh my gosh, if you included the context of this whole thing, this is way harder, but the individual Roaring Night versus one Rainbow win, it'd be close. Oh my gosh. Please, please, Beaver. Wait, does water hose not work? On bosses? No, it doesn't work on bosses. Oh my god. I knew that. Just panicking. We'll do the roll, but I almost hope that we don't get him this time. Because if we do, I don't think it's record. I think I'd be done. If we get him and it's not record, like I don't think that matters. I think we just do this until we get him once, and whatever happens, happens. I'll try to be on record pace every time, but clearly that's not always gonna happen. Oh please run away. Whatever, I'm getting my roll. We're going back. Why are we going for CMR with only chipper? Okay, this is... Why do we need that specific spot? To get into the nightmare realm. Oh my gosh. This is unprecedented. Never had so many combats in my entire life. Neon!
Symbol for most people, I guess.
Oh my god, butterfly. Quit being cringe. Oh my gosh! That was our best rainbow ever, by the way. What is going on? I don't have fine characters. Stop giving me characters. Stop giving me encounters. What is this? Go away. Let me walk to my boss in peace. No way, dude. Get out of here. Come on, 1.89%. Come on, 1.89%. Now's your time to shine. Please, 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 no. I can't believe that's such a common issue. Oh my god. Hey, Paige. Oh, thank you. The pity coffee. Sheesh. Does the character you get from Foxy.exe have bubble breath? Might be something to consider. Stop giving me combats every half second. Speaking of the roll. Phantom BB. I'm somewhat looking back on a past version of myself and asking why. Why did you commit to this? Actually, I was talking to Paige about this a little while ago. How would you say a little bit of introspection? You don't have to tell me, just think about it. How would you say your relationship with your past self is? And I'm not talking about like you as a kid, I'm talking about like you yesterday. Because some might say that my past relationship with myself is really poor. Or I have this understanding with past Spiff that he just kind of screws me over all the time. But it's nice because it means that right now I get to screw over future Spiff, and it's okay. You know, we have that understanding. You know, it's like a why do now what you could entrust the future version of yourself with. All that to say, I understand where past me was coming from with this idea. You know, it's cool, it's interesting, but I don't know if he realized the anguish, failing to react to the 0.2 second butterfly swap and 5 hours into stream, losing a run because of it. I need to apologize to Future Spit for not one-shotting this. We'll see, he'll understand. That's what I'm getting at. Which paper pal is easiest to beat in a fight with no prep time? Let's see, what factors are we even looking at? Like sharp edges, maybe? How do you beat a paper pal? What goes into beating a paper pal? Do they have to surrender? You know, I saw him, and there was like a split second where I was like, this could be it. No! I think everyone in Saskatchewan knows who you are. Yeah, actually, they just got done making the statue of me downtown. Like at most, like 2 to 3% of Saskatchewan knows who I am. Def more? Like I don't have a ton of subs in relation to my total sub numbers from Canada even. And then of that Canadian pool, you know, the majority are in different provinces. So my actual pool of Saskatchewan following is probably very small. Gotta start promoting on billboards. See, there's this thing, right? It's called targeted advertising. And the purpose of it is to target the people most likely to be interested in your product, okay? Do you think it would be an intelligent targeted advertisement play for me to try to recruit people who are incredibly unlikely to enjoy my content?
Imagine meeting your new neighbor and its provincial legend, Astral Spec.
Yeah, that's what they call me, chess master. That would be pretty cool. Although at the same time, I don't know. The only time that I've had someone that I see fairly often that's like only a fan, that's my only relationship with them, it just gets awkward because they get like really comfortable. Like I've talked about, the only person is like an employee at a restaurant that me and Paige went to a number of times. The first couple times he saw me, he was like, you know, super pumped. It was a great interaction. But then he started like criticizing my videos. It was like, you know what? I think you should do this better, or whatever. I was like, man, you're too comfortable with me. He was too comfortable. That was the problem. It's called constructive criticism? No, it's called, he thinks that because he lives near me, he has priority criticism. That's the fear I have of if a neighbor, well, okay, well then maybe I could develop an actual relationship with the neighbor and it wouldn't just be somebody randomly criticizing my videos. But still, that was a little off-putting. It's very likely if I saw Spiff I wouldn't say anything because I would be so scared. Like, what do you even say in that situation? All right, I got a script for you. It's easy. You come up and you say, "Are you Astral Spiff?" And I say, "Yeah." And you go, "Oh my gosh, I love your videos." And I say, "Oh, thank you so much." And you say, "Do you want to take a photo?" And I say, "Sure." And then we take a photo. And then we have a little bit of small talk. You know, wherever we are. Why did we find each other? And then we wish each other a good rest of each other's day. And we move on. That's how my last fan interaction went. And it was just lovely. No, I mean, I'm scared too. You're not the only scared one in the interaction. No, it's so super scary. It's like, wait a second, these people are real. Hold on. Like, the last person to recognize me is just two dudes. Well, the one dude recognized me, and then his buddy came over while we were in the small talk phase and joined in, and then he left. Oh, they both left. And then the second guy came back and was like, "My friend just told me you're Astral Spiff." Like, he didn't even recognize me while we were chatting. He had to be told. Well, and also at that event, I didn't have a hat too, so that doesn't help. I legit would not approach a Spiff without Prim. Dude, I wonder, you know, I have a handful of stories of people recognizing me, but I wonder how many people out there have seen me and been like, "Nuh-uh, I'm not talking to that guy." Golden Freddy. That's like, I don't know, that feels closer, you know? Even though it's just Golden Freddy, it's not. But that feels realer, you know? Like, that could have been Adventure Guy. And as a test, this would have been record. Oh my gosh, look, they're both yellow. Universe End. World record. Oh, yeah. I was gonna check if I'm the biggest YouTube channel in Saskatchewan. Oh my gosh, I passed her. There's an old news story that was in like 2015. It was like biggest YouTuber in Saskatchewan. And I don't think she is still the biggest, but I have now passed her because she was like a landmark. Pink Sparkles. I've been hiding this from you. Big life update. So I just passed her. 20,000 subs up on her. She does makeup tutorials. Oh, getting closer? Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, we're progressively getting closer. Met a man a while ago who ended up in the hospital from playing peekaboo. He just got out of the ICU. I can't believe I cared about that message. I thought it was gonna be like, I met a guy that knew you or something. Oh my god. Any updates on life on Mars? And isn't there like a supposedly an alien comet going by Earth solar system or something or other right now? There's bacteria. That's exciting. Yup, interstellar comet. That's also exciting. Are we gonna do something about it? Or are we just like sick? That's a nice comet. Didn't that pass already? I don't know. How fast are comets? If aliens have any sort of sexual reproduction and free will, then they will inevitably also have gooners. I think so, yeah. What do you think we're doing with comets? I don't know. Do we have like a nearby probe that can hop on and just listen in or something? I don't know. I don't know what you can do with a comet. It's not a sci-fi movie. Whatever. My understanding of our space capacity, I don't know. Maybe he was coming by really close and we could have, you know, put a brave volunteer on it or something. Like the little Martians in the Kerbal Space Program. They seem like brave volunteers. A brave volunteer to be shot into space directly into a passing comet. What a brave volunteer that would be, truly. Just make sure to gather data before you're blown to smithereens. Yes, sir. You know that Mythbusters episode where they like drive a car 25 miles per hour and then cannon out a soccer ball the other end 25 miles per hour and the soccer ball just like doesn't move? That, but the guy that they're sending out to the comet. Send me home, please, country road. We're finishing the roll. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Holy crap. So if that doesn't mean much to you, here's the character we want. And here's who we just got. Well, we know it's, you know, it's there. Check this out. They drive this truck by and they shoot the ball out and it just doesn't even move at all. Now, I guess the problem with doing that to a human in space is that their insides would just like... Come on. Oh my gosh, meatballs, fight me. Hello? Comment ça va? Wow. I mean, this would go hard if I was trying to get through here. Dude, who put on the rappel? No way, what is this? Hello? What? Well, this would have not been record. Hi, XQC. Not even close. This wouldn't have even been second place.
Damn it.
Okay, low-key, I kind of got these balls, or these eyeballs, under my thumb. FNAF World 2, Scott actually told me this morning that if I get Universe and the World Record, he'll make FNAF World 2. So, I'm doing this for all of you. You can thank me later. All right, this is it. This is the one. They've been teasing us. Now's the time. Bring it out. I'm ready. I am prepared. I said I'm prepared. I said I'm ready. I said please. I don't like how common that is. How come run lock doesn't work that well in that area? All right, that's it. One more run, but we're resetting the RNG. I couldn't draw purple guy in 10 seconds. That's a lie. Whoa, that's the type of running I want to see. I don't even have run luck for that. Resetting the RNG was a good idea. Oh my gosh. He's so good. Oh, that's a gold. It's a 0.1 second gold. It must be harder to run from like higher level enemies. And that's why it's so hard to get out of the Geist layer. Like what are these runs? This is crazy. Frame 1 runs. Ah yes, the 0 damage buzzsaw, my favorite. Now please let me run from the Geist lair. Please and thank you. Paper Pals! Chat, how would you beat Paper Pals? You know, one-on-one. And then we switch to Paper Pals. Oh my gosh. World record, 725. Oh my gosh, we got it. We got it, world record. I must go. I have an important duty. Duty. And that was the end of day 1. 6.5 hours and about 120 attempts later, we'd only managed to roll for characters 20 times. And here were our stats. Half of them had been error characters, far from the 10% I originally assumed. I still didn't know the odds of Fredbear, but people had been throwing around 1.89%, and that worked for me. Sure, it was less than my 1 in 50, but I didn't mind those odds. Eventually, he had to roll, and I just needed it to happen on the right run. Day 2. Thought I was like 30? That's rude. Just because I'm mature and wise. All of you calling me old would be doing yourself a favor by calling me young and spry, because eventually you'll be 25 and you'll be like, look guys, I'm not old, but the kids will be doing the same thing that you're doing, and they'll be like, oh, unk. I'm 19, I haven't been young and spry for 2 years, so you gotta be hella young. You know, that's actually a you problem, I'm gonna be honest. I'm only getting more mobile. I'm 23 and I have back pain. You gotta stretch more. Come on, we gotta fight back. This is it. First roll of the day. Oh, I guess not quite. I have to get out of the Geist lair first. Wait, there's still an RNG we have to cross. If we don't die here, we get our first roll of the day. Somebody said Paige has glasses. Hey, that's a real character. Could have been it. So that would have been record. That's another run on pace. I can't believe how poorly run luck works in here. Withered Bonnie. If we had just gotten Adventure Fredbear, we could have maybe gotten second place. But anyway, unfortunate. Oh yeah, I've seen the Hightail stuff a bit. As far as I'm aware though, everybody just absolutely ripped into Hightail until it got canceled. And then they were like, oh, I loved this project so much. Please bring it back. Everyone's like, haha, lol. Useless Minecraft clone that's never coming out. And then it for sure never comes out. And they're like, no, this is an attack on the games industry. But I'm glad it's back. Mic toss. I've been waiting 7 years for that shit. I got a degree in a job and you bet your ass I'm buying it. Hopefully it's not the same as Cube World. I hope it ends up being everything you wanted it to be. They could never shut it down. What would that one YouTuber do? Fuck, I went the wrong way. Oh my god. It's okay. If we get the roll, still record copium. Wow. Another sick roll. Yeah, no error characters. Yeah, that's true. And time would have been record by 10 seconds. Look, they're basically the same. I mean, come on. Wait, should we have it in like a super copium section of the prediction? Should we have a third option that's we get Adventure Fredbear this roll? The Ball Waster 3000. Because then if we did, you know, it would be insane for those people. Or, you know, person. I really hope it's not that many people. Because you should not believe. Because it's a 2% chance, but it is what we're going for. No! Oh, 31% off Fredbear. So if you gotta rewatch that Madman video, that's crazy. It'd be funny if I got record in this, like it could end up, I say that now, it's probably not gonna be the case, but it could end up being one of my longer lasting records, because typically I don't hold records in anything for very long, just because I generate a fair amount of interest in the topic while I'm running it. But this run is just so god-awful that it might actually live a bit longer. What if someone's holding on to a 6-minute record just to steal my time immediately? That's against the natural etiquette of speedrunning. They'd be shunned. Good run. My sister recently reminded how much I was into scurvy as like a 15-year-old. I read a number of books on like the history of scurvy because it was just such a cool topic. Scurvy is just like a super cool example of how humans learn stuff and then just forget them because they don't like the truth. Like a couple times in history, somebody would discover like, oh hey,
You can do it!
our sailors stop dying if we like give them a tablespoon of lemon juice a week. And then they were like, well, that's cool, but that option just kind of sucks for my bank account, so we're going back to bloodletting. Yeah, money, and also, you know, it is a genuine pain to find ways to preserve fruit, juice, or fruit on a boat that is pretty far from fruit. So there's logistical problems too, but it mostly does come down to money. Preserving anything on, like, you know, old ships is just insane, because, like, the really funny quote that I heard is, like, eating maggoty bread is fine. It's when the maggots stop showing up in the bread when you should be worried. When it's no longer good for the maggots is when you really have a problem. Set me free, thank you. Paper pals. And another run on record pace. It's the second time we've had paper pals. How about the second time we get adventure Fredbear?
I have faith in you!
Alright, I gotta quit doing that. I can't take a phone call. I'm playing the rainbow.
You can do it!
Just, you know, people I owe money to. I'm actually thinking of making a video, like the horrors of moving into a smart home. Because I just have the goofiest stories about all the smart shit in this house. Define smart home. The previous homeowner liked his gadgets. He liked his automation. Bro's a little Factorio guy or something. And all that stuff is okay when you install it one at a time and you know how it works. But taking over it is just crazy.
Welcome to I have faith
Watching
in
you speedrun Rainbow is genuinely so impressive.
You can do it!
Thanks. Oh my god, no way, dude. But yeah, no, I don't want to like tell all my funny smart home things because I think it would make a pretty funny video. But my current battle is like, okay, so there's lights outside your door, right? You got like porch lights, and then we have a couple lights outside our garage. Pretty standard house stuff. But now these lights have switches. However, they also just sometimes turn off and on, and I don't know why. So I'm not trying, like, I'm in contact with the old homeowner, but I'm not trying to ask him a ton of stuff because, you know, it's not his house and he's not my contractor or whatever. But like, I can't figure this light thing out. It's totally random. It's not luminance triggers. No, like it's turning on during the day and off at night sometimes. So if it was luminance triggers, I would leave it. I don't care. It can do its thing. But so I finally messaged the homeowner and he's like, oh yeah, they're like Wi-Fi switches connected to a hub, which is wired in behind one of the light switches in the garage. And I use an app to run it. I'm like, okay. Don't really know what that means. Now I'm gonna pause the story to beat the rainbow.
Damn it.
Well, that's really bad, but whatever, I don't care. So anyway, we have these lights that are just on mystery timers, and I'm assuming that there's like a control hub somewhere that's connected to a schedule that they're still following despite that schedule being obviously kind of dumb. And I just have to figure out where this control hub is, reset it, connect it to my own app, and then create my own schedule or just turn it off. So I asked him about this, and he's like, yeah, there's a control board or control thing, hub, whatever, wired in behind one of the light switches in the garage. So I go in the garage and I take out all the light switches, and I find this thing just shoved in behind one of the light switches, like really shoved in. But I pull out this controller thing, and I find out what the product is, and I figure out how to reset it, and I try to do that, but it's like either dead or not getting power for some reason, so it doesn't work. So I can't reset it, so I can't fix my lights, and they're just on this invisible schedule that I can't access unless I like buy another hub and then connect it to the lights, or figure out how to make the existing hub work. Just change the battery. There is no battery, like it's a cord, like it's wired into the wall. And okay, so one of the lights outside, this is not a porch light, this is like just a light that's around the house. One of it, when we turn the outside lights on, it is a different shade of the other lights, and it's like flashing. So we have like a disco light outside the house. Now my first thought is that just the light bulb's crapping out and I gotta change the light bulb. So I bought a ladder yesterday, and I'm gonna be able to go look at it soon. However, now that I'm realizing that a lot of these lights are smart, it's entirely possible that for some reason that one light is on a setting, and you know, I need to find its hub and get its app and change its setting, because it's possible that changing the light bulb or light panel, whatever it is, bulbs aren't a thing anymore, I guess, won't actually change what it's trying to do, which is rave. What happened to good old switches? That's passe. We don't do switches no more. This is better not. We're done. If this is the Fredbear roll, I'm out of this. I'm done. Second place. It's just P-Goon. So let me show you a picture of this situation. Me pulling my light switch out of the wall, and you can see like the smart controller that's kind of shoved in after it. It was really hard to get that out. Like, that's just one of my smart problems. There was the thermostat incident. There's the doorbell camera that doesn't work in Canada. I guess they VPN'd their fucking doorbell. There's some things that I've just like removed because I don't care and I'm not learning them. Matt Foxy again, dude. And that's another record run. 138 surely is the one, yeah. Oh my god, Seagoon! Imagine it crashes right after we get Fredbear. That would be so funny. I watched Legally Blonde with Paige, because we're kind of going through movies we liked as a kid, seeing if there's... Okay. Seeing if they're still good. It was pretty good. I liked Legally Blonde. I love White Chicks. White Chicks is an awesome movie. No, me and Paige probably watch White Chicks every couple of years. I had a dream last night. Probably, you know, my mind preparing me for today. I had a dream that Scott released an update for FNAF World, and it was called like Spiff mode. And it was because he loved my FNAF World videos. And he was making it specifically for me. Wow. Whoa, whoa, that's so cool. That's a cool character to get. You know, it's not the character we want, but you know, whatever. This will be close. Well, I'm saying that like, this is actually a run, but whatever. Oh, hey, Lone Banana. Yeah, record pace. This is a crazy run. This would be a really good run to roll Fredbear. Come on.
I'm getting married in 9 days. Very excited.
Come on.
I hope the runs are going well.
They were going well. Till I got locked in meatballs. Come on. Hello. Hello. Could a guy get an encounter? Oh my gosh. Fredbear. Phantom Marionette. Okay.
I think Rainbow has faith in you.
We don't want to hear that because that's the second death dialogue. and I'm only supposed to die once.
I have faith in you.
Jangle. What if we hit the 2% but die in battle? Then I quit. Like, there's a number of things that if they happen, I'm quitting the run. What? We somehow didn't even get a roll. That's a super rare chance. Yeah, okay. Well, means the prediction carries on to the next one. So, like, find characters gives a, if I thought it was a guarantee to get a character roll after that fight, but I guess it's not a guarantee. It's a guarantee if it rolls a character. Hi, it's taken. It's a guarantee if it rolls a character you don't have. So what, it rolled the beaver? Paper Pals? Our third time getting Paper Pals? Oh my gosh. And that's record if we got the epic clip. Since I made that 6-7 short, I have been getting a voluminous number of comments on just videos all across my channel of iterations of me saying 6-7. It's remarkable, actually. It's like, I didn't realize, I mean, you know, it's numbers in sequential order, so it's not too crazy of a find, but I didn't realize that I said 6-7 like in a quarter of my videos. Now, it's pretty rare that I get inspired to make shorts myself. Like, I have a guy that makes shorts for me every once in a while, and we have a good clip. But in terms of shorts that are just me, I've probably only made like 6 or 7 total. It's funny because that might actually be the number of shorts that I've made myself. Imagine this is the run. Spiff, I can't believe you'd stain the potential run with your nonsense. Yeah, my ideal time for this run would probably be something in the range of 6 to 7 minutes. Hey, Jangle! Oh, so bad. No way! No! I thought like the Oh! I didn't put the find characters chip on. Look, you just rinse and repeat the same thing this many times. You just start losing it a little bit. Oh my gosh, stop.
You can do it!
Alright, that's it. I need to... That's what I'm talking about, butterflies. That's the sort of RNG I need in my life. That's a new character. It's exciting. Yippee. Anyway, boom. Another record pace run. Fun fact, you need to be level 4 in order to actually get characters. So if you were doing a run with no chips, you likely were unable to get characters. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? That's a fun fact. Man, somebody emailed me yesterday. This is normally something I wouldn't even answer, but I answered it like just to be safe. And their name was like 8gamer8 or something. Like, I really didn't have to reply, but the email was like, there's a lot of controversies online, you know, sometimes it's legit, sometimes it's not legit. You're pretty well loved, so I figured you'd be a perfect contestant for this social experiment I want to do. How did I just lose 2? I'm thinking of making a video where I make up a bunch of bad stuff about you to see how people react to it. I will then, of course, make a video saying that all of that was fake, but I just want to test it out. And normally, you know, that's just some kid doing whatever. Did I turn it on? Did I put on find characters? I can put on find characters and guys there, okay. I emailed him back and I said, Do not make anything up about me or include me in any way. Oh, and then the kid emailed me back and said, like, all right. I didn't want to say or else sue because, again, it's almost definitely just a child. Hey, that's a fun character. I didn't want to put down the hammer, but yeah, I very well might. I mean, depending on how bad it is. That's time, a 714 loaf. What would a 9-year-old say to ruin my reputation? Yeah, I don't know. I heard that when he says he's gonna go feed loaf, he doesn't. This guy poops his
Welcome to my
pants.
happy fun rainbow land.
We've already talked about that. You know, if need be, you gotta do it. Like if I really had to go and then we rolled Fredbear, I would shit myself. That's being totally honest. How long does the run take after getting Fredbear? Like 30 seconds. So hopefully I would just be able to hold it in, but I'm just saying, like, if necessary.
Damn it.
Okay, well, Loaf, if I can change my chips in the Geist layer, why don't I just always do that, hey? P-Goon! This would have been a sick run to get the guy. Oh my gosh, we switched to... Wait, what? Oh. So, do I... Is P-Goon Nightmare BB? So it rolled a Halloween but gave an error because they aren't challengers. Huh. So it can roll Halloween characters, it's just they show up as errors. So when we get an error character, we're sometimes actually getting Halloween characters. Look at that.
In this year I set up a 110-gallon coral reef aquarium.
That's sick.
I will be getting a small pufferfish for it soon. Do you want to name it?
Kind of. I'm thinking P-Goon. The P in Goon stands for pufferfish. Yeah, pufferfish goon. P-Goon. Yeah, that's actually kind of good. Been keeping log of all the rolls you've gotten. You've gotten errors 42% of the time and non-errors 58% of the time. There's still 17 characters you haven't gotten, but you've gotten Paper Pals 3 times. What's gonna be our rate of Paper Pals per adventure Fredbear? They call it the PPPAF ratio. the PAF. All right, it's 2:20. Fine, I'll go give you a snack. I need to stretch anyway. I will be right back. What's up with the red loaf plush in the background? I was supposed to move that. Don't worry about it. You never saw that. Okay, please, 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 please. Okay, so when I said please, I didn't mean please kill me, okay. That's another new character. We've never seen that one before. How are you doing, wife? What? I may have forgotten to put the can of cat food away when I fed Loaf. Did she eat it all? Of course she ate it all. You should know Loaf. Best meal of her life. Paige said she was like flopped over. Dude, why? Why do you go back? Imagine if there's a lore heavy 1 in a million like rainbow dialogue chance, and I'm gonna be the first to find it because I'm playing so much goddamn rainbow. They call me a hero of the lore community. This brave warrior did the rainbow 10,000 times. Come on. Dude, again? Oh my gosh. That was run 167. I can't believe 167 wasn't the record run. 169. Now that is a contender. Oh, hi, Loaf. Did you have a good lunch? Or should I say, humongous feast? Surprised you made it up the stairs. Just don't throw up on me or something. No. Loaf, you smell like cat food. Like that one video of a kitty in a box full of kitty kibble, and the cat just continues to eat more kibble as it's like poured over its head. That's you, Loaf. You would be that cat. Hey, Pigoon! The number of believers is increasing. Yeah, because every roll we do, the odds of getting Adventure Fredbear the next time go up. That's how it works, right? I never really mentioned it during runs, but by now I had figured out that I didn't need to preload an encounter before entering the Geist Lair. And I was even waiting until I got in there to put on the Find Characters chip, so I didn't accidentally waste time somewhere else. Between that and my rainbow consistency improvements, most runs were record pace, and it would simply come down to getting the roll. I was feeling it. Please don't be it. Oh no! Not again! No way! The way the rare character, dude, you're kidding me. Twice. Ah, let me out, 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 let me out. Set me free! Set me free! The bears are becoming more frequent. We're zeroing in on our target. All right, things are looking promising. This is gonna be it. The last roll of the day. That's how it works. It's been holding out on me. Nothing brings a couple together like Pigoon. Those who Pigoon together stay together. Don't make me do another run, thank you. This is it. A rare character, yay! Okay, but imagine if we got him on the last run. That would be crazy. Oh, please. Oh, please. I guess we just gotta go again. I'm hardly even present in these. It's just like automaton spiff. Beep boop, past the butterflies. Beep boop, jump the log. Beep boop, up the sunflower. Beep boop. Wait for the rainbow. At the post, past the double post. Activate the rainbow, don't go too far. Activate up, down, up, jump, up.
I have faith in you!
It's time for bed. You have physical therapy in the morning? Okay, just wait 30 seconds. 30 seconds and we have Freddy Guy, Adventure Man, and it's all over. Well, that is a new character. I don't think we've gotten this character before. And we finished the day with a run that would be world record by about 33 seconds. Now, it had been over 12 hours. We'd done 186 runs and rolled for characters 46 total times. Maybe Adventure Fredbear was just a few rolls away. Surely, when we hit 50, it'll be him. Before day 3 started, Nebula dug into the stats of rolling in the Geist Lair. He found this super awesome equation that's easy to do in your head that calculates which character ID will be rolled. With the Geist Lair's ID of 50, it meant that character rolls ran between IDs 9 to 64. 9 to 40 are normal encounters, 41 to 48 are Halloween characters that show up as errors, and 49 to 64 would just be a nothing error. This all meant that 59% of the time we'd get a valid character, 41% would be an error that could be a Halloween character, and our friend Adventure Guy Bear Time was in fact that 1.89% chance. Hilariously making him more likely in the Geist Lair than where he's actually supposed to be caught. That being said, it's still way worse because rolling in here takes way longer. But it was still cool to see. Most characters share around that 1.89% because obviously the Geist Lair wasn't designed to be rolled in. And because of the quirks in the equation, the rarest character actually becomes Balloon Boy. at only 1.26%. It was nice going into day 3 to have the confirmation that we were mathematically almost owed our Freddy. Some people are like, what are we doing today? What endings are we going for? And then everyone else is like, time to gamble. Day 25, it's day 3. Just imagine its first roll today. That would be crazy. I know you'd love to see that, right, Loaf? Yeah, you're my biggest fan. I know. That's a new character. So would this have been record? I think it still is, honestly. Man, we can get record with such a shitty rainbow. We've now had the other side of Fredbear, by the way. Record, that's record, yeah. Oh my god. We've gotten Spring Bonnie, Endo Plush Trap, I think so, Endo O2, and Nightmare. We've surrounded Fredbear. We also might have gotten these 3, but I wasn't checking if we were rolling Halloween characters earlier. Yeah, I like the green wall. It's cool to actually have color in a stream room for the first time, and I like the green. It's kind of funny, I had 2 choices for rooms to put my office in upstairs. So it was between this one and the room that belonged to the previous owner's daughter, who's like 7. And I would have had to change the light fixture because they'd put on this like crystal ball, and so, you know, it like refracted a whole bunch of little sparkly lights on the wall. Little hard on the eyes, to be honest. I'm surprised she was okay with it, I guess. Maybe when you're 7, you don't really think about that, but it was kind of hard on the eyes. It's pretty bright. Wow, that was quick. Right?
Oh, Vanessa.
Holy. We golded the setup. No way. That's an omen. Another new character. Will we get literally fucking everyone before we get Fredbear? Sure feels like it. Gosh, record. Why not reset when you see you didn't get Fredbear? It's kind of just a personal thing, Muffin Pasta, where I want to be like, look guys, for the 30th time, if we'd gotten the roll right, I would have records. So I just continue on to prove that we're on record pace. It's just a big copium thing, really. I might stop because I've done it like 30 times now. But if nothing else, it's getting like the muscle memory in place for when I'm freaking out because I did get him. And I know, like, okay, turn off find characters. Make sure you don't enter your character screen too early or too late so that you phase through Fredbear. Just edit him onto the screen. Yeah, all however many of you. Oh crap! I thought I was later in the level. All like 2,000 of you can keep a secret, right? I cheated in a speedrun that that is just so prestigious. I had no choice but to cheat. 8Gamer8 is gonna come out with a video tomorrow that says how I know Astral Spiff cheated at FNAF World. I think that's a new character again. Like, this is crazy. There was someone here. We might be getting some chairs delivered. Loaf is sure interested in whatever's going on. Yeah, mod check. Ah, Loaf, that's true. Cool. Oh my gosh, it could happen. We could have lost to Mad Endo. My favorite zombies map is just Kino for BO1, but that's because I'm old and I like the OG, kind of OG like good map that wasn't just knocked. Ascension was really good too, but I really don't like the monkeys. Shooting those things on a shitty knockoff PS3 controller, that's tough. I didn't like that. Hey, we got Nightmarion! That's kind of fun. Not sure we've gotten Nightmarion before. My camera's wobbly because it's on my wobbly monitor. I will eventually replace it because it's my only not 1440 monitor. I'm not gonna punch it. It'll go to my hand-me-down other computer that Paige uses, but more so I use it for personal things. Did I hurt my hand? No, because I learned how to punch. My dad taught me because he said, I got in one fight in my life, and he was like, I got the best punch on the guy,
Welcome
but
to
it hurt my hand
Wonderland.
more than it hurt
Something simple.
his face. My dad said he broke his pinky and the guy, you know, went out of it mostly unscathed. Poor guy. Yeah, poor my dad. How do you manage to break your pinky like that? So, like, there's only 2 of your fingers bones, like, stretch up your arm. The rest are just kind of in your hand. So you have to only punch with your 2nd and 3rd finger. Otherwise, like, your 4th and pinky just get crushed. They got no support. So you kind of got to tuck them behind and focus on just punching with your first 2 knuckles. Because otherwise you will break your pinky punching something. Oh yeah, no, I actually kind of... I don't know if I broke my pinky or what, but it is permanently disfigured a little bit after I punched the hole in the wall in the university dorm when I lost the chess game to Prince Edward Island. And I lost my iPod. It wasn't just that I lost the game. It's a bad mood made worse by not finding mine. Yeah, I can show you. It's minor, but my best guess is like it kind of got messed up by the punch and then it healed weird. Did I have to pay for the hole in the wall? No. That's a really good question, you'd think. But like it wasn't a hotel, it was a university dorm. So maybe they just didn't have the systems in place to prove it was me. Like maybe they didn't write down all the faults of the room before they gave it out kind of thing. But it's also possible that they billed my parents because obviously they paid for the room. I was like 13. So, oh, it's gonna be so hard with this light. You really have to feel it, but whatever. I'll do my best. Pinky, normal pinky, it's smooth. Like, you know, if I hold my fingers out like this, it's quite smooth. Slightly fucked pinky. You can see right, it's so hard to find, here. You can see it's up a little bit, like it's not smooth. It's got this bump. Yeah, it's just slightly fucked up. And that's from punching the wall without knowing how to punch after I lost the chess tournament. Lost to PEI? Well, yeah, so not only, like, I blundered against PEI. Like, I should have won, but I messed up. Run 200, yippee! Hey, Loaf. Ouch. Why now? I was just in a loading. Speed kitty pickup. Did she eat after her big lunch yesterday? Oh, let me tell you. Not only did she still have her normal evening feeding, but she took a couple bites out of a loaf of bread too that we accidentally left on the counter. It was a big day for loaf eating. And then she's had the audacity, absolutely audacity, to look at me with Bambi eyes while I was eating my grilled cheese. Today when I feed her lunch, she's gonna be like, what? No full can today? So I will starve, I guess. Wow. What did I just join in on? Walkies. The newest character chat. I don't think we've gotten Endo 1, so that's 6. We haven't gotten Fredbear, so that's 7. We haven't gotten Crying Child, 8. We haven't gotten Springtrap, 9. And I don't know if we haven't gotten these, so I'm not gonna count them. But we've gotten all but 9 characters. So of these 32 that we've been tracking, we've gotten all but 9. All right, 201, the run, the run. We must roll for Freddy now. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Killer. Just that second monitor looked mighty punch. I'm not gonna punch my monitor. Punch the other one because it's a $30 monitor. This one is not. It's not super expensive, but it's not super cheap. U720? Whatever, I was broke as shit and I wanted a second monitor. So I was like, what's the cheapest way to acquire a screen? 720 for 30 bucks isn't a bad deal. No, and like it was used. But I mean, it was fine. Should I use a TV? I'm pretty sure this had a better like refresh rate than a TV, but also it was chat monitor. So like until I smashed the monitor, you guys were on that 720 monitor. 1440 is 2K, right? Yeah. Eventually I'll get a third one of those. But I can't really see me going past that for a long time. Because if I'm not recording in whatever, yeah, if 4K ever becomes standard, then I'll get monitors that are able to record that way. But I'm only gonna get as good of a monitor as I'm recording, so my broke ass doesn't have a second monitor. So I just put the chat on my phone and put it on the side. That works, yeah. But like that's really similar to me just getting a $30 one. 30 Canadian dollar, no much, so actually like 24 USD. Oh, not bad.
I just witnessed my friend freaking out because they thought he was cheating in the peaks of your competition.
I'm aware of this. Thankfully, it's been resolved. Just a bug that was really hard to recreate, but it looks like they figured it out. It has been cleared up, yeah. So, it's kind of funny, so I'll talk about it when we go over the peaks winners, because I'm gonna do that on stream today. Like, if you see both sides, it's really easy to assume that it was cheated. But I knew the person, so I had a good amount of faith that they were cool. We just kind of had to figure it out. Can I explain the full extent? I don't know, Nick Bader Nipple. I'd never diss your goat, Nipple Nick. He's done a lot of good sleuthing to get to the bottom of this, and I appreciate that. It's happening, love. It's actually happening. Chips, just run luck. Holy shit, it's real. I had to like, okay. I'm so nervous. One to him. Oh my God. Yes. 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 Oh my God, and it's the sub 7-2, no way. Yes, after 12 hours of going for it, we got it. Universe end. Oh my God. That's a really good time too. Yeah, I mean, we golded the setup. We got really lucky on encounters. It only took 205 tries, although how many rolls? We wouldn't have been much above 50 for rolls. Were we going for a better time? No. 650 is like actually really good. Like that beats record by almost a minute. It's probably gonna be a world record that lasts a little while because it's such a shitty run. I had been on record pace around 30 times during this grind, but this was one of the few times I was under 7 minutes. Really just the perfect run to do it on. The question now is simply, how long will my new record last? There is time save. I lost 7 seconds on my own rainbow, plus another 12 if you did it perfectly. Encounter RNG is where even the best rainbowers will fall behind me though, so they'd need to quite likely get multiple Fredbear runs for the stars to align. I don't doubt that it'll happen eventually though, so let me know if you beat me and I'll cover it on my extras channel.